hope. I don't want her to be in a situation where it feels like, where she's being used for publicity. Earlier this year, and I gotta be honest, a family friend of mine who was on another reality show hit me up to go out on a date with him at Blaze and was like, oh, could you have another table open for us because we're gonna have somebody taking our pictures and videos so that they can post it and da-da-da-da, like this was something they had. And I was like, okay. But no blog really posted, only like one place posted it. But my whole point was, now that I see this similar situation, I'm like, is he doing this? Or like, is he being genuine, or is he doing the same thing that he was doing with us?
All right, everyone. Something major has just changed in Huntsville. And this time, it's more than just social media rumors. After months of silence, confusion, and fans constantly asking what really happened to Love and Marriage Huntsville, LaTisha Scott has finally spoken out, and she didn't hold back at all. For a long time, people were left guessing. Some believed the show had lost its spark, others pointed fingers at the cast, and a few even thought the network quietly ended things without any explanation. But now, Leticia is stepping forward with her side of the story, and it's not what anyone expected.
Some of the things that they was throwing at us, I haven't dealt with it. And I felt like it was a distraction because I really wanted to talk about, some of the things we really did have to overcome within our relationship and our marriage. But infidelity wasn't one of them,
And honestly, this goes far beyond ratings or on-screen drama. What she revealed isn't just about a show possibly ending, it's about broken trust, behind-the-scenes tension, and a reality fans were never shown. The way she spoke, you could feel the frustration, the pain, and the emotional weight she's been carrying. According to her, what truly caused everything to fall apart wasn't just what viewers saw on TV, it was what was happening when the cameras were off. And once you hear her perspective, it completely changes how you look at the entire show. Because this isn't just a story about cancellation, it's about how something that once felt strong and impactful slowly turned into something no one could control anymore.
You guys have known, you said that I've been quiet. I know a lot more than what I said. And for years, Marsau have been like, no, T, don't do that. No, T, don't do that. And we really have been trying not to go there with Martell because I just don't want to be fighting with him. So, but at some point, you have to be like, enough is enough. Like, leave us alone. Stop it. We don't say nothing about you. When we do say something, it is like something that has been asked of us on the TV show.
Now, let's take a step back and look at how everything reached this point. When Love and Marriage Huntsville first came out, it didn't feel like just another reality show chasing ratings. It stood out. It had purpose, direction, and a clear message. It focused on successful Black couples building businesses, creating generational wealth, and showing a lifestyle that isn't often highlighted on television. Viewers connected with it right away. They saw ambition, partnership, and real relationships, ones that faced challenges but also showed growth. It wasn't just about arguments, it was about building something meaningful. And right in the middle of all that was LaTisha Scott. She and her husband were presented as a strong team, not perfect, but stable. A couple navigating marriage, business, and family while living in the public eye. In the beginning, people respected that. But over time, things began to change. The conversations became more intense. The disagreements felt deeper and more personal. What once focused on growth slowly shifted toward conflict, and fans started to notice the difference. Instead of watching people build, it started to feel like we were watching things fall apart. And at first, that drama drew people in. It made the show more intense and kept everyone talking. But after a while, it started to feel overwhelming, almost uncomfortable, because the balance was gone. It felt like the negativity was starting to take over real life.
Be loyal wiping. So it's a lot. Like, you plan your days and you can't stress out all the things that you don't get accomplished for that day. Like, you know, you just have to figure out what's important. We're working it and we're going to figure it out. I talk to my family a lot, with me and my kids. And you know, we plan out things around the household. We give tasks to everybody, so we have to work together as a unit.
Leticia, who always tried to maintain a certain image, found herself under constant pressure. Every move she made was criticized, and every word she spoke was analyzed. No matter how composed she remained, the narrative surrounding her only seemed to get more negative. But this is where things become more complicated. According to Leticia, what viewers saw on screen wasn't the full story, not even close. And that's exactly what makes her recent revelation so impactful. She made it clear that the show's downfall didn't just happen on its own. It was gradually pushed in that direction behind the scenes.
Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Your husband has made these false statements about Marsau.
How do you know they're false?
Because I know they're false.
How do you know they're false?
Are they real?
That's neither here nor there for me to say.
Okay.
Now, this is where things really start to get intense. When Leticia finally decided to speak, she didn't just focus on the drama between cast members. She went much deeper than that. She opened up about production, the network, and what was really happening behind the scenes. And honestly, that's what shocked people the most. According to her, there came a point where the entire focus of the show shifted. What once started as a platform to highlight success, relationships, and growth slowly turned into something centered around conflict, arguments, and emotional breakdowns. And she made it clear that this shift wasn't accidental. She explained that real conversations about business and personal growth were often pushed aside. Instead, situations were guided toward confrontation. The goal became reactions, tension, and moments that could go viral. Because at the end of the day, drama attracts attention. But here's the twist. According to Leticia, that strategy started to backfire. Instead of strengthening the show, it began to drain the people involved. These weren't actors playing roles. These were real people, real families, and real emotions. Being constantly placed in situations where conflict was expected started to take a serious toll. She described the experience as exhausting. Imagine trying to protect your marriage while dealing with constant rumors. Imagine trying to grow a business while being pulled into arguments that don't even reflect your real life. Over time, that kind of pressure builds, and eventually it reaches a breaking point. But that wasn't the only issue. She also revealed that communication behind the scenes started falling apart. There were times when even the cast didn't know what was happening next. Filming schedules became unclear, plans changed without explanation, and instead of feeling like a team, everything started to feel disorganized.